is it just me, or did they definitely have to censor legendary fisherman? Because I feel like this is definitely supposed to be a spear, and it just looks like this probably in, the Western version, they decided instead of a spear, because, ooh, scary spear, fisherman, can't have a weapon, they decided to just give him a freaking, like, blunt stick with what looks to literally be like a cloth tied to the end of it. Like, I'm sorry, if you're the legendary fisherman, that is not gonna hurt any fish. You're just gonna, like, smack it, and maybe the blunt force trauma might do something, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's really stupid. Sometimes I go so overboard with censoring cards. Let me know, was it actually censored? Because I feel like it definitely was. I don't see how this was ever the actual card, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this has literally always been the art and I'm just wrong. But today, we're going to be playing MAKO TSUNAMI. We are literally MAKO today. But instead of being MAKO, actually, I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub. But you can call me Bailey, or MAKO, if you want to, just for this video. We're going to be playing a level 5 kind of normal summon deck with Legendary Ocean. I remember when I first did my Legendary Ocean deck that had a couple of the Gigagagagagagagos in the Terror King Salmon, but there was more of like a level limit area B, Gravity Binds. One of you commented being like, they kind of don't work together. You have the level limits and then these level 5 monsters that, yeah, become level 4, but they are still affected. And so I decided I'm going to try to build a deck that's really focused on level 5. Of course, I still need some level 4s just so I can normal summon them, but you can see the deck here. Have skill drains, basically focusing on like kind of using normal monsters that don't necessarily need their effects, Mother Grizzly. It's definitely not the best deck. Not even close to it. But, I needed something to upload today, so this is what I came up with relatively quickly. Again, I'm always working. I want to give you something new, too. I didn't want to do something I've done before. I am working on the other decks, slowly but surely. But today, we're going to be using this one. So, let's go ahead and join the GOAT format pool. I did just play a match, and then I completely was stupid and didn't set the default deck to that, so I was just using the machine OTK that I was using yesterday, and it didn't make for a good video. So, I'm gonna do this, actually playing the deck I was intending to play. We do see the combo we need right away. Legendary Ocean, Skill Drain, Premature, Legendary Ocean, the Legendary Fisherman. So, let's see what he does here. Why is this still in there? The 2350 that was in the life points is because I was playing and I had a Last Warrior that my opponent had, and I guess somehow I just never deleted that. That's weird that it can carry over to the next duel. Don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe I just have never actually, had a number in there when I clicked admit defeat and quit. He wrote us for DD Warrior Lady, which is a little bit frustrating because that's a way to get a past Legendary Fisherman. Okay, if he just wants to end, I will activate a Legendary Ocean, normal summon a Legendary Fisherman, and attack. Unfortunately, it's literally so stupid. This is still only 1850. He doesn't even gain. Like, I swear, even if it just said, like, besides Umi, and I guess I'll just set the skill drain. Like, literally, that is the card that works with him, and he's unaffected by it. Yeah, no, literally card design 10 out of 10. Like, all you need to do is, just put that, like, one line text being, like, except for a Legendary Ocean. You can normal summon him, because he's affected when he's in the hand. It's when he's on the field. So, technically, yeah, he's a level 5 now. Exiles Force. Alright. Honestly, I'm looking at it. I don't know if I can premature burial. Someone let me know, because it doesn't say. It's while Umi is on the field, this card is unaffected by spell effects and can't be targeted. It doesn't say when this card is on the field. It's when Umi is on the field. So I feel like if I premature burial, technically I could target him, but I couldn't summon because he's unaffected by. I'm gonna assume that's the case, which again, 10 out of 10 card design. I'm just loving this stupid crap right now. So let me know what you think, if I'm wrong or right about that. I think the Whammer, because it kind of seems to me almost like a Spirit Reaper type thing. I'll take 1500. But like was it Spirit Reaper, if you use Premature Burial um, on Spirit Reaper, it does target, and so then when he's on the field, it would still just go to grave because you've targeted Spirit Reaper. What do I want to do here? I think I'll Smash and Ground. And normal summon Abyss Soldier. And hit for 2k if he allows it. Alright, and end. So it looks like he's playing Warriors, maybe Chaos Warriors. I mean, Exiled Force and Chaos Warriors isn't the craziest thing. I mean, it's just a good card that you can get off of Rhoda. Skill Drain may be useful here. Reckless Greed. Just have to make sure I'm paying attention to his draws now. It's an interesting card. I think it's at 2 in this format. Ojama Trio. Okay. So I get 3 tokens. Guakagiri Panda. On Declaration, I will activate Skill Drain, paying 1,000, and now he's at 800 and he will just die. So he'll eat 1,200. I kind of figured when I saw the Ojama tokens. So this is a little weird. I guess maybe it's like a burn warrior. Unfortunately, no normal summons, so I just have to attack here. And I think... Do I want to set Nobleman? Yeah, I'll use it as a bluff. A little afraid of Heavy Storm, I suppose, but, you know, I wanted to think that I have something. Just Desserts, okay, I'll take 2,000. Heavy Storm here, probably. Wait, hold up. Okay, he did not draw a card. And he did have the Heavy Storm. Unfortunate. Bazoo. I think I have game here, assuming he doesn't have any back row. Because I just have Snatch Steal. I have some good cards. Banishes 2. That puts him at... What would that be? 22. He's going to hit probably over the Abyss Soldier. Yep. So I'll take 400. Mother Grizzly. Okay, so... Let's activate Premature Burial. 800. Okay, I guess that's it. I was just going to bounce the back row with a Snatch Steal and yeah, do whatever. Maybe he thought I was going to bounce his monster and the back row was a bluff anyways. Now what do I want to do? I think Dust Tornadoes might be pretty powerful. Let's get rid of one of those. I definitely want to keep all that. My Terraformings and Legendary Oceans are important. Because that's like what makes this deck go around. I'll get rid of the Noblemans. I don't know if he's going to be doing much there. I might bring in 7 tools. Let's bring in 1 7 tools for 1 skill drain. Just because I feel like skill drain's not going to be the most important in this matchup. Certainly not useless. I mean, we saw that against the Panda there. It did do something. Okay. Ring, Mother Grizzly, Smash and Ground, Soldier, Giggity Gaga Giggity Go. He Rhodas. For DD Warrior Lady. Sets 1 and ends. Okay. let's just activate the Smashing Ground. I feel like there's no better time to do it. And I suppose I'll go and normal summon the Grizzly and just attack if he allows it. Setting Dust Tornado and Ring of Destruction. Of course, it's the Ring of Destruction. So then, Exiled Force the Dust Tornado. Or Exiled Force the Mother Grizzly, what am I thinking? Pot of Greed, okay, that's a great draw. Stand by main. I don't think he's playing Judgment. If he is, whatever, that's a lot of life points. Give him a second, and okay. Draw 2. To grave. Of course, it's lagging here. Come on, Dueling Book. Please don't, quit right now. This has been a pretty decent duel. And I need to get something uploaded, because it's almost the time I like to upload. I think here... I'm worried that's chainable. Let's just go and normal summon Abyss Soldier and attack. And end. No reason to use the effect on the back row right now. 2,300. Okay. So, yeah, I'll eat 5. Serpent draw. That's pretty nice and pretty funny, to be honest. I guess I'll normal summon the Serpent and just try to hit over. Don't want him keeping the monsters on the field. And absolutely not going to let the final attack orders go through. Now, unfortunately, Serpent is almost certainly just going to die here. I was thinking maybe to the DD Warrior Lady. Does he... Yeah, okay, and it is a cost to banish. That's fine. I'd like to see, an Umi next turn. That'd probably be the best. So he is at... What is that? 900. So he's at 25. I'll take 22. Interesting deck that he's playing. Final attack orders, Goblin attack force. I'm not really sure, what the purpose is. And that's a perfect draw. Let's go ahead and activate Terraforming. Getting a Legendary Ocean to hand. Followed by activating a Legendary Ocean. And then do I want to... I'm thinking of normal summoning a Legendary Fisherman. Yeah, I think that's a better play, because it can get over. So he's going to respond to the attack. Then pay 1,000. And so he'd be back at 16. Alright, and I'll take 250. And I think from there, just end. Unfortunately, now, obviously, he is affected by spells. Actually, technically... Yeah, no, I have to even think about this. So, like, yeah, now that he is affected by spells, Umi would be affecting him. It's weird-ass stuff. Return from a different dimension. Yeah, an exiled force. Okay, so this is going to be game. Alright. Let's bring in 7 tools for one more Sakuretsu armor. Heavy Storm might be pretty useful, to be honest, because if I can kind of force out... I think I have enough removal. Let's take out 1 Smashing Ground. I should say 1 more Smashing Ground. Actually... I don't think the skill drains are going to be that useful, so let's keep in all the removal possible, just 1-for-1s. I mean, yeah, like both games I found a reason to use skill drain, but I really just don't think it's that important. Unfortunately here, I get the Legendary Ocean, okay. Let's go ahead and summon and set. If he has Heavy Storm, he has Heavy Storm, but, like, what can I do there? Pot of Greed. Unfortunately, no Judgment. I kind of want him to just, like, summon a, I don't know, Goblin Attack Force, and... Actually, well, no, he can't attack it. I'm stupid. I mean, he can attack directly. Sets a bunch of back row. Terror King Salmon, okay. Let's just try to attack. $18.50. I'll set the 7 tools and end, so that way next turn I can summon one of my big boys and 7 tools if he has like a torrential. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Not really happy about it, but... So, trio into Rhoda. Getting Goblin Attack Force. Summons Goblin Attack Force. Then final attack orders. And I'm just gonna Sakuretsu armor. Interesting deck. I understand the point. So he's gonna pay half his life points, and this is a perfect time to 7 tools. And I draw a Torrential Tribute of my own. I'm tempted, like, do I push for game? Problem is if that's a Torrential or if he has one, I'm not going to attack directly. I'm in a very commanding position. And I guess let's just set the Torrential and end. Maybe I could set Dust Tornado too, but I don't want to commit too much right now. Giant Rat. Thinking. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Um, I'm gonna torrential. Maybe this is really stupid. Terra King Salmon again. And unless he has a torrential or something to stop. Okay, there we go, and I get the win. So let's go back to the deck. Honestly, that was way better than I thought it was going to. Not that I was playing something super, super competitive, or against something really competitive, but you know, it's how it goes sometimes. We're still in the low ladder. I like a legendary fisherman. It's kind of funny, frankly, not that great a card. The funniest thing I think about it is the fact that it doesn't actually work with the legendary ocean, but then with skill drain up, like it's these weird interactions. This is literally the most poorly designed card, not just because of the stupid art where he doesn't actually have a spear, but because it doesn't even work with like the archetype that he's trying to make it work with. I think they have another one that came out like a retrain that's like actually unaffected by anything. It's basically a towers, but just like the worst towers that they've ever printed. Maybe someday if that was in GOAT, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if they could like bring in like one old card or one newer card into your GOAT deck. I wonder how that would change things up. That'd be a really interesting format if like you basically could have like a 3 copies of one newer card or something. I don't know like how. Frankly, everyone put in like I don't know, Spellbook of Judgment. No, they'd put in like titles or something crazy. But it would be really interesting. I've always loved that kind of stuff. Almost as if Yu-Gi-Oh rotated, frankly. Let's have the little discussion at the end of this video. What do you think is the best way for card games to go about, their progression? Because over enough time, like, was it Magic and Pokemon do, like, the rotating? I mean, Pokemon, basically, those come out every, like, new generation. I think from what I understand, I'm not a Pokemon card TCG expert, but like the professor cards are always like discard your hand, draw 7 cards, but like they just kind of print a new professor card with whatever professor that generation was. And a lot of the cards kind of are the same. They just reprint them with new arts, and I think that's a pretty good way to do it, just to make sure that people have to buy the newer cards. Magic, I'm very unfamiliar with, but I think isn't it like a rotating? So over, and there's also different versions of Magic. I think some have like all the cards. Again, I'm not going to say I'm a Magic expert, but I think that frankly the ban list is like the worst way to go about it, because one, there's a bunch of cards that are banned that frankly I don't think should be banned. As if you've ever gone back to see my ban list video, I think you could get rid of a ton of cards and nothing would really change. um to me, it just seems like the worst way to go about it, because you recognize the fact that you need to keep making cards more and more powerful over time, power creep. Otherwise, people wouldn't be incentivized to buy the newer cards. But the problem is, what we've created is literally not the same game as what people fell in love with. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so different than this. Like, and it's all because, in my eyes, power creep. They had to keep making the decks more powerful, and you can see, like, Dragon Rulers is when I came back in. In that deck, I remember people being like, holy crap, your graveyard is just unlimited resources again. Spellbooks were crazy. And it was starting to get just like that was a whole nother change of the game, where basically it was not just like, I'm thinking like 2011 Tengu format, whatever, where it was like, okay, you have the cards in your hand, you have the cards in the field, and then a couple cards that can interact with the cards in the graveyard, some banishing, some like monster reborns. But for the most part, cards in the grave were kind of, you could forget about them. And then all of a sudden, Dragon Rulers came out, and it was like, nope, everything in your grave, like any deck that needs to be competitive now, has to basically be able to use all the cards in the graveyard as resources as well. And now it's like banishing cards, every card in your hand. Like, you don't even have to set traps, you just have traps that exist in your hands. Like, everything is just stupid and changed now. Let me know what you think. I think that the ban list is partly to blame. I think like a rotating set, but at this point we can't go back. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what it is, and I mean, I think that's why progression, frankly, has taken off the way it has. The idea that let me just basically restart the game and create my new formats with like every week we get new cards. I mean, I genuinely believe that's why like Simo's channel is doing so well, because he's decided that, you know what, Yu-Gi-Oh, modern Yu-Gi-Oh is dead. No one I mean, I shouldn't say no one cares. It's fun, but frankly, the only reason I think people play it is because it's the game that's modern. It's where the tournaments. It's the modern format. If there were tournaments that were like progression series tournaments or whatever, I genuinely think people would probably be playing those if they had like the same prize pool and same opportunities that modern Yu-Gi-Oh has to, like, go to championships and all that. I'm rambling now. Let me know what you think about that little talk at the end here as you view this deck. Thank you all for watching. I am the Yu-Gi-Oh Scrub, or MAKO TSUNAMI. but you can call me MAKO. Goodbye.